14.1, question number 5. We have to copy the figure given here. Take any one diagonal as a line of symmetry and shade a few more squares to make the figure symmetric about a diagonal. So we have to shade more squares to make the diagram symmetrical, and we have to draw the diagonals in that. So shade these yellow boxes, and these are the diagonals which we have to draw here. You have to shade these yellow boxes and draw these lines of slanting lines, or you can say diagonals. And is there more than one way to do that? Will the figure be symmetric about both the diagonals? Yes, there is one more way to draw this. This way you can do it. One more way. And you can draw it like this in the plus figure. Yes, they both are. At last you can write it. Yes, both the diagrams are in both are diagrams in symmetric way. Both the diagrams are in symmetric way. Ananya, open your camera. Anant, Ananya. Copy the diagram and complete each shape to be symmetric about the mirror lines of symmetry. The diagram has been given like this. So draw lines of mirror line of after this. Yes, right. Sharvin, oh sorry, Srajal. Yes, nicely drawn. Natik, if you have done, why you not showing your book then? Yes, Pulkit, wait, I'm just checking. Pulkit, Anupriya, just draw it in this way because this is mirror line of symmetry. Your first figure is wrong. Draw it in this way, not in that way. Yes, Pulkit, you are right here. Ananya, open your camera. Draw the first figure like this because this is slanting mirror line of symmetry. Lakshay, Akmal, Srajal, open your camera and just show your book where you are drawing this diagram. The second diagram has been given like this. Draw lines of the line of symmetry has been given in vertical and horizontal way, both ways. So vertically also it should be symmetric, and horizontally also it should be symmetric. So complete your figure like this. Vivek, open your camera and show me a book. Draw it, children, in your book. Haryanshi, show me a book where you are drawing it. Draw this figure, children. Complete this figure. Yes, Avika, right. And D part is your homework. You have to complete that. In some books, D part is given, and in some books, D part is not given. Okay. So who are having in their books, please get it completed. Okay. The D part. If you're not having in your book, do not draw it. In old edition books, there were fourth diagram, but in new edition books, there is not having this diagram. Now take out your notebooks, children. We'll be doing question number 7 in notebook. State the number of lines of symmetry for the following figures. So you have to draw equilateral triangle. This is an equilateral triangle whose all sides are equal, and in an equilateral triangle there are 3 lines of symmetry. Draw it in your notebook, children. All the sides of an equilateral triangle must be equal. If you are taking 4 centimeters, take all the sides as 4 centimeters and draw lines of symmetry in that. If you are drawing an equilateral triangle, that means all the sides are equal and 3 lines of symmetry will be passing through it. Or if you draw an equilateral triangle whose all sides are equal and draw a line of symmetry in that. Next part, this is an equilateral triangle whose all the sides are equal. So we are going to draw 3 lines of symmetry in this. Next is an isosceles triangle whose only 2 sides are equal and 1 side is unequal. And only 1 line of symmetry will pass through it. In an isosceles triangle, B part is an isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, only 1 line of symmetry will pass through it. 2 sides are equal and 1 side is unequal. Anupriya, all the sides are unequal. But a line of symmetry is not drawn properly. Check it out, this diagram again. A scalene triangle. In a scalene triangle, all the sides are unequal, so no line of symmetry will be passing through it. Draw a scalene triangle whose all the sides are unequal and no line of symmetry will be passing through it. Haryanshi, start drawing it in your notebook. Naitik, open your camera. In a scalene triangle, no lines of symmetry will be passing because all the sides are unequal. So no line of symmetry will be passing through it. Draw it in your notebook, children. Next is a square. Draw a square and vertical line of symmetry, horizontal line of symmetry, as well as slanting line of symmetry. That is, diagonals are equal of a square. So all the 4 sides are equal in a square. And all lines of symmetry are also equal, vertically, horizontally, and diagonally, both ways. Draw a square, children. In a rectangle, only 2 lines of symmetry will be passing through it. Either it is equal in the breadth way or in the length way. So only 2 lines of symmetry will be passing through it. Ananya Jain, your camera is still off. Open your camera. Akmal Khan, remove your hand. Next is rhombus. In a rhombus, 2 lines of symmetry will be passing through it. In a rhombus, 2 lines of symmetry will be passing both in the diagonal way. Next is a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, there is no line of symmetry. In a parallelogram, there is no line of symmetry. Dhavanya, open your camera. Draw a parallelogram, children. There is no line of symmetry in a parallelogram. Draw it. Gaurav, Ayana, Lakshay, Haryanshi, Naitik, cameras are still off. Janmejay, have you drawn the figures? Show me. Show me a notebook. So draw a parallelogram. In a parallelogram, there are no lines of symmetry. Open your camera, children, fast. Ananya, Dhavanya. Again, you are closing your cameras. Yes, Anupriya, unmuted.
Ma'am, please show rectangle symmetric figure once more.
Beta, in a rectangle, there are two lines of symmetry like this. Horizontally as well as vertically, you have to draw this. In a rectangle, either their lengths are equal or their breadths are equal. So there are two lines of symmetry in a rectangle. Okay. Ananya, open your camera fast. In a rhombus, there are two lines of symmetry. Draw a rhombus, children. And draw two lines of symmetry in a rhombus. Because it's all four sides are equal in a rhombus. Dhavanya, again your camera is off. What is going on? I didn't understand, Ananya and Dhavanya. Akmal Khan. Akmal Khan, remove your hand from the camera. Next is parallelogram. Parallelogram doesn't have any line of symmetry because their opposite sides are equal. So it doesn't have any lines of symmetry in it. Ayana, Naitik, Jayavardhan, Lakshay. Hurry up, children, open your camera. Jayavardhan, open your camera and show your notebook where you are drawing the diagram. Janmejay. Janmejay. Yes, show your diagram where you are drawing. Have you drawn square, rectangle, rhombus? Show your notebook, children. Srajal, show your notebook where you are drawing the diagram. Okay. Right. Anadi. Anadi, show your notebook. Show me your diagram, beta, where you are drawing it. Yes, Anupriya, right. Good. Swastik, Avika. Yes, Anupriya, very good. Very nicely drawn. Yes, Dhavanya, you also show me your notebook.
Ma'am, I want to ask ma'am, but in parallelogram you draw the diagonals. Ma'am, so these are not the line of symmetry.
First one is a rhombus. It's all the four sides are equal, but in a parallelogram, its opposite sides are equal. That's why in a parallelogram, there are no lines of symmetry.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
In rhombus, there are 4 lines. All the 4 sides are equal in a rhombus. So both the diagonals are equal. Next is, after parallelogram, next one is a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral can be any 4-sided figure: square, rectangle, trapezium, parallelogram, rhombus, kite, all are the family members of a quadrilateral. But if you are talking about only quadrilateral, that means any 4-sided figure can be a quadrilateral. So you can draw any 4-sided figure for the quadrilateral, but it doesn't have any line of symmetry, because any closed figure which is having 4 line segments, that is a quadrilateral. So we can't say that it has any line of symmetry in a quadrilateral. Okay. Anant, Lakshya, Janmejay, again your camera is off. Next is a regular hexagon. A regular hexagon means all the 6 sides are equal in this regular hexagon, and it has 6 lines of symmetry. Yes, Avika, unmuted.
Ma'am, I am not clear with the quadrilateral, as there are different types of quadrilateral. Some have symmetry and some does not have. So how we can identify them?
I told you that quadrilateral means any 4-sided figure is a quadrilateral. Okay. Any 4-sided figure. So it can be any. We can give a particular name to a square, to a rectangle, to a trapezium, to a rhombus, to a kite, to a parallelogram. But any closed figure we cannot give the name now. So that can be named as a quadrilateral. Okay. And it should be a closed figure. You have to remember this. If out of these there is no no figure is given, so you will name it as a quadrilateral. Draw a regular hexagon whose all the 6 sides are equal. Next is a circle. Circle has infinite lines of symmetry. It has infinite lines of symmetry. You can draw any lines of symmetry in this. The number of lines of symmetry, I have drawn only these many. You can draw an infinite lines of symmetry also in a circle.